earlier. That makes sense, but not earlier. We'll just talk about the team again. What chance? I don't see why Callum Wilson. It's still staying his L, but as far as I'm aware, it looked fine. I could all. I just gotta wait and see. As far as I'm aware, Callum Wilson looks fine. There shouldn't be many problems. And from what I saw the other day, without the Foden start, Foden should be starting in the Prem. Considering Grealish is going to be benched, I reckon, because he's been starting loads. I think is actually going to be Foden's week where he starts, considering he didn't play in the Carabao Cup. So I think it's actually going to be his week, considering what's gone on this week anyway. But hey, it's football. How can I believe that half the time? But he's going to be doing something illegal for him not playing him. And clarify, boys, we've hit the 130 sub goal today, which is absolutely phenomenal. How far we've come in the past month, so thank you all for that. Hey Clay. Oh, you doing, Slay? Throat's cleared up a bit today. Still not feeling great, but the throat's cleared up a bit. So it's better than the other day. I don't know if Fabio was getting in here tonight or not. He's probably busy studying it. Just hoping this ballsy Jay-Z's call I made is going to pay off. Mitrovic looks like he's going to start against us now. Maybe it was probably worth going that nice little Salabra out me if I was going to. Should keep. Whoever captain Salah over Haaland and go very differential this week. Hence, Haaland, as far as I'm aware, is going to start playing the full game. If obviously he's benched by any unorthodox reason, obviously that's captain Salah, but I'm quite sure because it's the last game. And then Haaland's not going to be in the World Cup. He's going to go all out and get like a hat trick. The heat map, he goes forward. Trent's just more appealing on free kicks. That's the problem. Trent is generally more appealing on free kicks. Robertson's been playing good. It's more the fact he has more chance of being minutes risked a little bit than Trent does. I don't know. As far as I'm aware, Trent's not in the England starting lineup, but is the squad. As far as I'm aware, Tripp's going to be playing right back. So Trent, as far as I'm aware at the moment in time, has been benched. Where obviously Robertson for Scotland's going to play the full game for Scotland for the World Cup. So you've got to think he is going to want to be rested a little bit due to the World Cup. So it's a harsh judgmental call. Robertson, logically, is playing just as good as Trent, but they're both playing good. It's just whether, due to the World Cup this week, whether people are going to be rested. Like, Jesus could get rested. You know, Saliba could get rested. De Bruyne could get rested. Foden could get rested. Cancelo could get rested, you know. It's weird to tell. But, like, with a lot of the way the World Cup is, anyone could get rested and you just wouldn't know. It could just be a random resting at any point this week. That's the only problem. I do like Robertson. I think he's been playing very good. And logically on the heat map, he shows better performances lately. Trent is predicted a higher average points-wise for this week. And he is on free kicks, which is why I tend to prefer Trent, because Trent gets behind a free kick, he finishes at 90% of the time. And what you have got to put into perspective, with Southampton, they've drawn in the Carabao Cup to Sheffield, and they had their usual squad out. You know, they had Adams out, Armstrong, they had the usual squad out, and still somehow managed to draw 2-2. They're not playing great defensively. I don't see Liverpool conceding to Southampton, because Liverpool's defence looked way better last week. So I feel like the Liverpool defender's the way to go. Whether you go Robertson or Trent, it's a hard decision to make. I prefer Trent just because that free kicks. But Robertson's just got just as much chances, playing just as good, if not an edge better, getting assists and stuff. It's just you've got that free kicks of Trent as well. That's the only problem. He did make a great ball the other night as well. Should have got an assist. It's an unlogical way to put it. They have got the new manager bounce. Yeah, but it's Southampton. You know, it's. I feel like you're gonna find Liverpool pick up now, and I'm not gonna say this just that Tottenham game. I'm saying this over like the last 8 weeks. They've not been playing that bad to the point they have been starting to pick up. Obviously, 5 of them have been the obviously cup games and like mainly 3-4 the Prem, but they've started to pick up more. They're just not playing to their full potential like they should be. But Salah seems like he's coming out of it, you know, picking up the points. He's not far off level with De Bruyne. I think he is on level with De Bruyne with points now. Yo, what up, PJ? I didn't see your comments, Bucks. How you doing, mate? I find these Friday, Saturday streams a lot easier for everyone to get in because people aren't as busy. So I think... Oh, you guys got bad ear pain. I think we'll try and hammer these more often on the Friday nights and the Saturday nights. Starting war, choose risk. I don't think that's a risk, to be honest with you, because I feel like Newcastle win against Chelsea, but they'll win like 3-1, 4-1. I don't think they won't concede. And I don't think Pope's been playing to the point where you can see he's playing as good as he was start the season. And the only problem I have is whether Pope's not going to give it as much as he would due to the fact he has got that spot in the England squad. That's going to be the only little problem I can see there. It's like Dean Henderson for Forest. You might see a minutes risk this week and maybe Hennessy plays just because of that thing of Henderson going World Cup squad. As far as I'm aware, he's going to be on the reserves. But Pope's going to be on the squad. Obviously, Pickford's going to start. This is a problem now. You've got to watch these players possibly getting minutes risks or asking to play less minutes due to the World Cup. You know, you've got to watch all this week. You'll find there's going to be a few little underdogs playing this week that you wouldn't normally see, and they're going to turn out to be massive gems. Yeah, Chester got a poor attack. I'll look at your team in a sec, P. No worries, no worries. I'll look at your team in a sec. Just give me a minute. Give me like a good 5 to 10 minutes, and we'll look for your teams. Just have a talk around for the first 10 minutes. Right, 5 moments. Chelsea got poor attack. Yeah, Chelsea got poor attack, but I don't really think it's as much the attack for Chelsea at the moment. Like, people are sitting and blaming it on, oh, you know, Potter's not playing Aubameyang, you know, Potter's playing Brojo, he's not playing Havertz up front the way he should be. And for me, like, Aubameyang's not really that good when you think about it. He's had his day, he's old now, you know, he's rust under the feather, he's not that good. He was. If you've got a Saka or something, P, I don't need to look at your team. If you've got a Saka, and you've only got De Bruyne or only got Salah, just go into one of them. If not, I'll have a look in a sec. But my cartoon. I thought your wild cartoon was decent. I feel like there was a couple changes you could have made. Whether I'm going to be having De Bruyne in mind at this moment is still hard to judge. I might just stick with Salah and go for more like Foden and Saka with Salah and Martinelli. And have like that massive midfield, great up front, great back line with maybe like a Trent and a Cancelo. Because that De Bruyne money frees up money to go like Saka's, Foden's, your Trents and your Cancelos. You know, instead of just having KDB. Because there is players that can easily outperform him. Almiron could easily outperform him week in, week out. So I'm trying to look at it in a cheaper option, but try and keep those big players at the back. I'd somehow get all those premium. I mean, honestly, maybe for me, I would love to have them, but missing the money elsewhere, where I could have like Trent, Cancelo, you know, Reece James if he's back, Trippier at the back, solid 4-back, and then play Haaland, you know, Jesus, play Salah, play Saka, play Foden, play Martinelli, play, you know, Almiron. You can always play as well instead of maybe Saka, and then I can free up money elsewhere to maybe have a Kane up front instead of Jesus. Still have those 3 premiums, but have Kane, Haaland, Salah. And still have like your Foden or Saka and Martinelli and Almiron. And still have that Trent and Cancelo at the back with James and Trippier. And then obviously go cheap in the goal, maybe go a Ward-Iverson combo. Free up the money. Which wouldn't be a bad thing, because Ward's been playing good, to be fairness. You know, it's not like it's going to be a bad thing. Or go Ward and, I don't know, like a Dean Henderson. Just go 2 cheap goalies. 4 mil, 4.5. You know, 2 cheap goalies. Ward on the bench. Ward's probably going to be my bench goalkeeper. And I'll figure a starting one out. Garnacho is probably going to be on my bench instead of Andreas. Because I feel like it's worth taking the risk that comes with that. as a United fan. But I just feel like there is better drafts than there was. I am gonna grab your quick code P. I'm gonna copy it and I'll put it into a team, and we'll talk about your team. I'm just gonna get up on the screen, but we'll talk about it in a sec. We've got all day at the moment in time. We've got ages. We've actually got to go. Good for the moment in time. Right. Paste that in there. If it allows me to paste the flip. Right, hold on. Ease me off. Right. Right, there we go. There we go. Right, let's have a look at your team. 4.8 mil. Do you know the only move I tell you to do with one free transfer there is literally just go. Let's just go Kevin. Throwing in of his goal. Let me actually search him. Right, let's go to you. And I'll show you exactly what I'll be playing. Oh, it's showing defenders, not. But that's peeing me off. Let's. Hulberg, Saka. And after. Why the. Oh, it's Saliba. Ignore me. For some reason, I'm seeing stars today. I thought that's a Saka. Right, okay, ignore me. Got 4.8 mil with that team. That's a bit of a tough one to judge now. How are you going to play it? My move, honestly, this is all fine. My main move would probably be going. I don't know whether to do. Whether you go Jesus or Nunes. Logically, I'd go Nunes like that. Maybe go ballsy. Be ballsy and go Solanke out for someone. Say that, everything's bad fix. I'll actually be leaving that. Could also go into like a Wilson or something. Probably Nunes though. I like Martial as a United fan. It could be a massive differential. I feel like Nunes offers more. The problem is, when you want me to be honest with you, P, I prefer a Jesus. But on paper, Nunes looks very appealing. I just feel like Jesus has shown he can perform. Nunes does look very good. It's just his temper that annoys me to be risking owning him. Just so hit or miss, as even Slay says now, he's so hit or miss. He's a 50-50 call. To me, I would not be surprised if he was to score 3-4 goals in that Southampton fixture. One bit. I wouldn't be surprised and I wouldn't kick myself in the foot and I wouldn't be mad. I made that Jesus call. But I do feel like he's got a massive temper and he misses a lot of chances. And he doesn't take, what's the word? Criticism, coaches, and bad mouth some players very well compared to other players. But for me, we'll do a deadline stream tomorrow. As far as I'm aware, the deadline's 11 o'clock, isn't it? So we'll get up at like 9. We'll do a 2-hour stream. But those. To be honest with you, Pete, Nunes will start tomorrow. It'll be Nunes, Firmino, and Salah up front. And as Nunes is in the World Cup, and Firmino is, you are going to find Nunes is going to go not as all out as he normally would, but he will start. So just be cautious of that. But he will start, as well as Firmino and Salah. And because of the way the servers are when you try to make last-minute changes or last-minute transfers, I wouldn't be waiting till tomorrow to do it. I think I'd do it today. I just don't see any reason why he wouldn't start. I just don't think it's a problem bringing him in today, if you ask me. If you're so certain that's the move you want to do it to that. If not, bring in Martial. But for me, the solid decision would be Nunes or Jesus. I prefer Jesus. But on paper for you, Nunes is the better option. But for me, I prefer Jesus. Like, if I was going Jesus out for Nunes, I wouldn't be doing it. But because you can get Nunes in for someone else, and yeah, just do it. But honestly, that transfer can be used elsewhere, which is why, like I said to Slay, don't do Jesus to Nunes when you can use that transfer elsewhere and Jesus will still bag in that Wolves fixture. It's an unnecessary move, it's a knee-jerky move, and you'll find it'll pay off, that Jesus. He'll start scoring this week again. We hit 130 today as well, boys, so thank you all for that. Wait, oh, it's going down to 120. Oh well. We still hit the 130 mark either way if it's gone down or not. Still hit that up, so it's fine. Yeah, we got 130 today. Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, I do miss. Yeah, it is those. It's just not even so much the easy chances. I feel like he actually gets a lot of pressure and doesn't take it very well, where players should be at that level. And I feel he's a bit overrated. I feel like Jesus bags a lot. I feel like Nunes, though, does seem like a better option on paper. Just Jesus, if you've already got him, my advice is just to hold him. Give him that week. You know, it'd be like taking a 1 week punt. If he's to blank and Nunes does get, let's say, 1 goal, you're not going to really take a massive hit, considering you've used that transfer elsewhere as well to make something else better. You know, there's no real need. But I said to Slay, like, go and bring in Trent or, like, he wants to look at Robertson as well. Go and bring Trent or Robertson in for, like, you know, your Diego Dalots and your centre-backs that are out. He's good. Honestly, I just don't feel like he has performed as well, but he's been performing good. And his actual heat map shows that last game he had 5 shots in the box. You know, he had 3 on target. He was playing around the goalkeeper. He was playing very well. And the heat map shows that. He's just not getting the credit he should be getting. And you've got to think, he was at City for all those years. All these big players around him. He's never had that pressure to, you know, perform that extent where he's got to carry the team. Where with Arsenal, if he doesn't perform, you know, Arsenal are going to really struggle to win those games. Whereas City, if he didn't perform, he's got all these amazing players around him who will pick up the form, pick up the ball, go score goals, go get assists. It wasn't just him solely relied on for the goals. Where at Arsenal, it's more of a case of, you know, him, Saka and Martinelli are relied on for those goals, are relied on for those tacks. But the most pressure is put on Jesus to score an assist. So you have got to take that into account, that he's under a lot of pressure and he's not used to it, but he's still managing to return, still managing to perform. So hats off to him. I still think he's a good pick, and I feel like people transferring him out and putting him down is the worst move you could be making for this week, especially with how shaky Wolves' defence is, how tempered Wolves' defence is with them getting red cards and yellow cards all this 24/7. I feel like it's going to be an easy fixture for Arsenal. They're going to walk it 4-5-0, if you ask me. I don't feel like Wolves have got much left, and I feel like Wolves are going down the league this year. They're going to get relegated, in my opinion. And I know some of you might be Wolves fans, and it'll hurt your feelings a little bit, but I just don't think you're that good this year, and you're going to go. You've not been consistent enough, and you've not been critical enough playing in the Premier League. I feel like Blackburn will come up, and Sheffield United will come up next year. But I definitely feel like Bournemouth will probably end up going back down at some point, and Wolves will. Bournemouth have been picking up a bit, though. But I feel like the main teams, I don't think Forest will go down. I feel like Wolves would definitely go down. And then it's just a case of who's going to end up creeping up out of Bournemouth. Obviously, Fulham and Forest. I don't feel like Forest go down, though. It's tough. What I'm doing, what I think you do your team, though, is honestly play it as this, P. I feel like you'll find Rashford will really perform this week against Fulham. That's going to pay off. And if I had my Man United shirt out now, I probably would be wearing it, but I've got that ready saved for tomorrow. Well, obviously all the games mainly tomorrow, and we've got a couple of games on, obviously, the Sunday, which is a Man United game and so forth. But I'll be wearing that shirt tomorrow and the day after. I'll be wearing the away one tomorrow, the home one, on Sunday. But I know we're away at Craven Cottage on the weekend. That's going to be an interesting match for us away from home. But we'll see how Rashford does. Yeah, sure. Right, all I'm going to do, P, is I'm just going to use your team template here to make a draft. Saves me going and getting up my own template, because no point. So we'll just Remember, boys, if I can have up to minus 3.3 mil on here, in my team, I would technically have that amount of money. So what I'm going to do, I'm definitely going to go Saliba out. We're going to bring in... Seems ballsy, but I am going to bring in Trent. I'll give my reasoning for that in a moment in time, but... Arnold, I'm bringing in because I feel like he's playing attack and he's going to start getting more clean sheets up now. Either him or Kanate, but I feel like he's still a solid option and not one to be overlooked. I know you're saying he's performing bad and stuff, but like with the fixtures, I'm quite sure Liverpool have got the mint fixture run after game week 16. Game week 17. Look at this fixture run, right? Aston Villa, Leicester, Brentford, Brighton. Right? He's going to get clean sheets in these fixtures, I reckon. Brentford fixture, Leicester fixture, and Aston Villa clean sheets. Brighton should get a clean sheet. Chelsea, I reckon Liverpool win. He's got Wolves, Everton. Those are clean sheets. And obviously, I'll bench him Newcastle playing Crystal Palace, bench him Man U playing Bournemouth, Fulham. No, you would have those good fixtures with him. It's whether it's him or Robertson at the time. But for now, I think I'm going to dump a Newcastle defender in there. Got one, haven't you? We'll put Shah in there. Bench, we're probably going to go Dalot. I feel like Dalot's a critical defender to have. And he's returning so well for us right now. Then we're going to move on to everything else now. So we've got 4.9. Holberg's going to go. I don't believe in having that much money on the bench. Garnacho's going to come in. I just don't feel the need to have that much money. I might be looking actually to bring in Sharish Castagne. Or obviously get Young out and bring Castagne in. I feel like he looks pretty good. And it does allow me to have rotation between the Newcastle players and obviously these. I have that rotation now where I can play obviously Castagne, Ward, Dalot. No, you've got that rotation that you wouldn't normally have. A lot for Kanate, Gabriel. I have 5.3 right now in the bank. A lot for Kanate or Gabriel, which I have 5.3 right now in the bank. You're getting rid of the lot and you've got 5.3 in the bank and you're not making any other moves. My recommendation would be bringing in Trent Alexander-Arnold for the lot. Be my recommendation. Because Trent is going to perform so well this week. Do 3-5-2. I am doing 3-5-2, Slay. I am planning on doing a 3-5-2. I'll say that actually. I might do a 3-4-3. But we'll see. So Darwin's obviously going to go out. Actually, we have got a lot extra money than this person, so we can work around this a bit more. Now we can start improving this elsewhere now. Money we've got. Like, so I have got 3.3 more money in the bank. So I've got 3.4 plus whatever elsewhere gives. So obviously, getting rid of Solanke down to a nice striker would probably be better. They have at 8.2. Probably going to be better than upgrading that midfielder, isn't it? Oh, that's doing that. Right, or we could keep Solanke. I don't know what Bournemouth's fixed. Right, probably find maybe a Mitrovic, I reckon. I feel like Mitrovic deserves a chance. So does Martial. He could be a very good punt. Logically on paper, but there is other gems in the midfield. I've got 1.1 more. Whatever Rashford is. There's other gems on the midfield. Let's see. There is my lovely. This guy's phenomenal. Just phenomenal. Eze performs week in, week out. That simple. Not one to be messing up at any point in time. He's one of those players you're going to look and you think, hey, damn, he's good. By the way, I can have up to minus 3.3. So I can go an extra 2 points on him if I wanted to. I could go into Zaha. Probably my intentional. Not gonna minus 3 mil, yeah, so I've got 3 points spare. So I've got 0.3 spare. Yes, you are right. There isn't many. But, like, I'd lose that Garnacho on the bench. I feel like Jay-Z's probably offers a bit more. There is 3 points spare. I am going to be changing Pickford, I think. I can't stand the guy compared to your other options. Having Pope would be nice. That does set me back 5 points. Just having Pope for that fixture would be very nice. Just sets me back a bit. So like the only way I could fit him in is not do Kane. Maybe I could do, to be honest, considering Kane's not really that good for him, maybe I can do obviously do Jesus, someone as well. Maybe bring in I think maybe go Darwin out to a cheap striker that I'm not gonna. I want someone like that I can actually bring on though. So maybe I'm gonna go Edouard on the bench. Bring in Stanya, you go up to Trent. Maybe I'll bring in Castagne. Move him out. Or I could move out. Match through 5 points. So actually I could do Zaha to De Bruyne if I wanted to. Minus 2.7. So I'd add 0.9 left. Grade something else too. Obviously, defenders are quite good. Maybe just upgrade you to Solanke instead, maybe. Still leaving 0.2. Yeah, Patterson is cheaper actually, right? That would leave me a bit more. I was sad on having Garnacho in, man, but I feel like I can't really focus on other players I can get in. So I'd actually bring you down to a 4.5 striker. Or someone that can possibly start at some point. Like Greenwood. I actually have a lot of money spare. This allows me now to bring an Archer into someone. Not really many other unformed players, is there? Seven. I have to make 7 though. Maybe I don't go for this or Archer. That's still only 2.7. Like, I could go into Mitrovic, so that's the only good real solution I see. Mitrovic. Then that could be my starting lineup. And considering I'd have 3 premiums, I've got rotating defenders, I've got a decent bench midfielder. You know, I've got great starting midfielders. Mitrovic will perform. Cancelo's on form. You know, Pope's start performing for Newcastle again. That seems like a very good draft. A very respectable draft. We're going to play around. De Bruyne, pardon me. Bruyne, Salah, Haaland, and it seems good. Yeah, actually, you've got a point. I don't really want to have triple new. That could put. Let's bring back in Saliba. Problem is, I can't afford Saliba because I'd have too much little money there. Maybe I'll go into Ben White. Ben White's a cheap option. Grab that Arsenal defence. So that could be a team with the lot playing obviously as well. In worst case, I can bench Mitrovic on the hard weeks for the lot, whatever as well. It's a hard side at the moment. It's changed somewhere back end because I could have had Sam, Salah, Haaland. It's tough and hard, but try and get something done. I just don't think De Bruyne is better than Salah in my eyes. That's the problem I'm having. I just don't feel like De Bruyne is better. And not having De Bruyne in just allows so much because it allows me to bring in like Saka. Oh, I can bring in Saka there. I can bring Mitrovic out. A bloody stupidly cheap defender, let's say. Leave myself 4 mil. Bench Garnacho. Oh, sell Garnacho. Bring in. Now bring in Foden. Bear in mind, I've still got 3.3 mil. So I can have minus 3.3 mil on this team. So I can bring you out. I've still got 3.3 spare. I can bring in that Leicester defender that I had. Bring Castagna back in. No, still got 3.2 million spare to do whatever I want. So with that 3.2 mil now, I can go and make some bigger moves in midfield, some bigger defensive moves. Four, 5, 1. Yeah, it's a bit ballsy, but yeah, it can work. I've still got 3.2 mil. And I've still got 3.2 mil. This is a problem I'm going to have. I'm not going to know what to do with this spare 3.2 million I've got. The way of getting but it does require a sacrifice. But it's like, who else is there? Havertz and the Pope. Really? Would require a sacrifice, and it would require Jesus to go as well. I just don't feel like does do that. With this 3.3 mil, it would be a case of me just going and putting that 3.3 mil into the strike force and then like I could like bring in Wilson. I could just bring him in because I'm going to make an extra point this week. So that could be my team. You know, I can bench certain players certain weeks. And it does make it so strong that I have Wilson as well. Would make that team ridiculously unbeatable in a matter of fun. Because, you know, you still got that armour on, you got the trips, you got Pope, you still got Ward bench, Patterson's there, Dot's there. Got those great defenders to cover up. Saka's on form, Foden can play great, Manelli and Salah will play phenomenal. You know, Jesus played good, Haaland played good, Wilson's doing great. Whether I go Wilson or I take the big move and just put that into midfield. Go another 8 mil midfielder. Maybe I don't do Wilson and I go down to a Edward. And then I go Martinelli out. Bring in a Madison. So 3 point, well, 4. You know, that could be a good team. Madison, Castagne, you know. I've got triple City, triple Newcastle, 2 Arsenal, 1 Liverpool, 2 3 Leicester, obviously. Which Crystal Palace strike on the bench still. And that would seem quite a good team as well. I don't. I just don't. Oh, you prefer KDB to Salah? Yeah. KDB to Salah. I don't. I don't. I prefer Salah. I prefer Salah, and I don't think there's actually much in it now. 80. They're like 8 point gap. Oh no, because I'll pull up your bloody now and I'll look at your points. There's an 8 point gap between Salah and KDB, and Salah's having an off season. So if that doesn't tell you that Salah's still performing good, then I don't know what does. You know, he's having an off season and playing bad, still having an 80 point year, and KDB 88. There's nothing in it. I don't feel KDB's more consistent. I don't feel like it, if you ask me. But that's my opinion. I feel like you've only seen KDB really return the last weeks is generally because Haaland's been out and he's had more pressure to start returning. But you find when Haaland's in that team playing and starting, it's ridiculously different. That's why I prefer Foden, because he gets the assist to KDB and Haaland. He gets both, which is a lot better. And I just feel like for 8 mil, I know he's not been starting due to the World Cup and stuff, but think what he's going to be like after the World Cup, where he's got no to worry about, not worry about getting injured, don't worry about this, don't worry about that, you know. It's going to be a great time for Foden to start bagging again. I feel like he's going to play the game this week and bag, and everyone's going to be a lot of surprised faces. You have sold him, got rid of him. People are saying Jesus, people are saying Mitrovic. Fair enough. People are saying Wilson, which shocks me. I feel like Wilson's going to do very, very well. I've got Andreas on the bench as cover. Might switch to Guy as cover, but I don't feel like Guy gets cover. But worst case, comes to shove, I'll play Andreas. If Mitrovic ain't starting, Andreas be on pens. I don't know. Top. He doesn't still top Salah. Nope. Not off the graphs. He doesn't. That's rubbish slate. He doesn't top Salah. Not when Haaland's playing. He doesn't. Not on graphs. If you look at the shots Salah has and the positions he gets into and the assists potentially creates, above KDB. KDB just gets those returns because you've got people like Haaland to actually get shots on target and score. Where you've got people like flipping Nunes and Firmino who can't hit a barn door. So Salah's not getting those points he should be getting just because players are screwing up shots. So in my opinion, I'd argue with that fully. I feel Salah's doing great. And as a Salah owner for the whole season, I've not put a foot wrong. People have took minuses and transfers out to bring in KDB to get an extra 8 points, but those like -2s I took for the season to bring him in. 8 to bring him in anyway. You know, and faffed around with the team, move things around. It's too much work to bring Salah out, if you ask me. Anyone who's bought him out was just a pointless move. KDB, really. Because they're returning the same, you know. I just don't feel like there's a much in it, and I just feel like Salah's slightly better. And graphs don't lie. Graphs don't lie. One bit, no. I don't think graphs lie at all, but it's a weird one to be in. KDB has had a lot for corners, free kick, chance creation than Salah, yes. But Salah's had more goal creations, more goal opportunities, more shots. You know, passes through. He's doing great. No, there is supposed to be a comparison in a way. Because The way I see it with KDB, when he plays that cam role, always on that right-hand side. He is always on that right-hand side. He's always pushing up at the midfield to that right-hand side every single time, playing on the counter-attack and pushing up, straight right side, gets the ball in, Haaland, you know, Foden, score, whatever. He's always playing that right side, takes free kicks on the right side, you know, always playing up on the right side. He's never really in a central cam role. He's always attacking that right side and moving around the ball. So I think it's a load of rubbish if you ask me to even say you can't compare them. Have lower points in a player scoring as you get more points on the assist. Yes, of course I know that, mate. I've been playing FPL for years. But what I'm saying is, you'll probably find Salah gets more assists when he's playing good. ADB. Salah's just having an off season. But that doesn't mean he's being bad. He's still playing great. And I'd still argue he's playing just as good. And I'd say better, in my opinion. If I had KDB, I'd say the same thing. Salah's playing better. I feel like he is. And I feel like he's going to start picking up 10 plus points each week now. And you're going to find he's going to start getting comfortable again. And getting into games. That Tottenham game, for me, the Liverpool side in general, not just Salah, in general, looked like there was turning a needle. And just, you know, getting through it. Stronger into the back line. Was unlucky to concede that goal. It was a great performance from them. The best I've seen this year. And I feel like they're going to have a turning point, and they do a turning point. So I feel like it's just a wait and see. And we're going to have more thoughts after the game week, I suppose. But it's just a wait and see what happens this week, really. And we've got a lot to think about draft-wise after this week. It's going to be a stressful, like, 6 weeks not having the Premier League on and the World Cup instead. But hopefully we get through it. I'm still going to make FPL videos every single week. We'll do FPL streams 3 times a week. Every week. As well as doing the World Cup Fantasy Football on those streams as well. We are going to wait for the app. I don't know when the app's going to drop or whether it has yet because I've not looked. But when it does drop, you're going to be getting on the app too. I will look now and see if it's out yet. I know it's supposed to be coming within the next couple of days. Might have come up now. Dave, I've not, but I haven't looked. So let's have a no, it is not. We're kind of just waiting on the World Cup app. But hello, Fabio. Hold on. So group stage max 3 per nation, round 16 max 4, quarter final max 5, final max 6. Hold on. So, with the World Cup captain this year, apparently the way they're doing it, so let's say I play Kane as my captain, and he gets 2 points, and Ronaldo's not played, I can switch to my captain to Ronaldo before he plays. Mad. Is it what? Is it coming up? Hold on. Oh, here it is. FIFA Plus, your home foot. Yeah, it's out. But they've made it so you can, like, change your captain. So if, like, Messi gets a goal, but I think Ronaldo's going to get a hat-trick, and I've already put Messi captain, I can change it before the game starts, and Ronaldo will get the points. And you can do that on a limited amount. You can change that as many times as you want. But just, obviously, you won't be able to go back and put Messi back as your captain, obviously, if Ronaldo doesn't do anything. That's the only downside. But it can really pay off for people making those ridiculously calls of switching the captain. I'm going to get another draft, man. I'm going to do a draft up. I'm going to do a draft up on my phone. But I'm going to tell you exactly what I'm doing on stream. But I was talking about FPL. And Mane only 8.5 mil. How is Maguire 5.5 mil? I don't know. It should be 2 mil with the way he plays. I feel like when he gets to the final and you can have max 8 in the nation, that's what's going to be very interesting. Max 8 players in one nation. Trossard in, I hope he starts. I feel like Trossard's going to do Amazing. He's going to do so well. As far as I'm aware, we've got the game of Monday. I have got to make the team. I have got to make a league. I am going to make a league, which I'll invite Slay to, and I'll invite Fabio, and obviously the rest of you too, which I'm going to post a link on my YT in the next stream. It'll be tomorrow. But I'll have to make the league up. For worst case, I can always put my Instagram in, and you guys can message me on Instagram. I can send the link. That'll probably make life a lot easier. Let's see. Log into the app. Just gonna log in now. Right. Right, okay, hold on. Right, okay. Trossard's only 5.5 mil now. He wasn't 5.5 mil. He was 6.5 mil on the thing the other day when I looked. Let's build this World Cup fantasy team. Let's go. Okay. Right, so who are we having in goal, boys? Who are we gonna have in goal? We're gonna put the team on her up. Put the team on her. But whether we're having goal, I don't know. So I feel like, wait, is there actually no? It's literally Leno or Trap. Wow. What about Argentina? So the only goalkeeper for Argentina is Franco Armani. What? That's a bargain for 5 mil, because Argentina are going to keep so many clean sheets. I've had leaks he's going to play striker. I've already seen the leaks. I had leaks off a certain someone, which I cannot speak of, due to reason. Tottenham. He's already given me leaks on the performances and stuff, and he's in up front by the leaks I've had for Perisic. Whether I get more, I don't know yet, but at this moment in time with the leaks I've seen, but I'm aware of, he's playing up front. So you're going to have some very big 15-point game, I think. What do you boys, who did you boys have in goal for your World Cup team? Because I'm actually useless with the World Cup. I don't actually know who's even going to start in the goals. Who's going to start for Brazil? It's probably going to be Alisson. Yeah, I'm not going to... Obviously, I can tell you now that Pickford's going to start for England. I can tell you that now. I've got Courtois. I just need a bench option. I think I'm going to go with that Franco Armani from Argentina. I feel like I'd want an England goalkeeper though as well. So I feel like maybe Franco Armani and Pickford. What do you think I'm going to go for? Defence. You've got to go Kieran Trippier. Like 5 mil for Kieran Trippier. It's a no-brainer. Like, I want one England defender in my squad at least. And then I'm going to go into Eder Militao. Eder Militao is a phenomenal player. I'm also going to bring in a bloody Portugal defender as well. I'm going to bring in, obviously, João Cancelo. I think I'm also going to bring in Nuno Mendes or Ruben Diaz. I'm unsure yet. Probably Ruben Diaz. Ruben Diaz, João Cancelo at the back. That's what I'm saying. Martin is starting for Argentina. But it's saying Franco Armani, the goalkeeper, which is really confusing me. There's no other goalkeeper on the app. Which is making me bloody lose my marbles a bit. Diego Costa's in goal for Portugal. Which that could be massive. Diego Costa's in goal for Portugal. That could be ridiculously big. I feel like Germany's weird because there's no Lloris will start for France in goal. Lloris will start, but I don't know whether he's going to start Pickford or Pope. I'm kind of trying to stop away from England. But what about? I feel like Summer. I'm gonna go Summer because I feel like Summer's a nailed option. Switzerland. As far as I'm aware, Martinez is not Martinez. Martinez is not in the app. Sorry, it's only Amani who's going to be starting. The only one on there at the moment. But whether that's going to change in the next couple hours, I don't know because they've not really fully done the app yet. Foden's very expensive. Saka's going to perform. Saka's going to perform so well. The definite one for me, I feel he's going to be overlooked, is Jude Bellingham. Bellingham's going to be overlooked so much. Aiden Hazard as well, man. What you boys have got to remember is that players with the World Cup now, they get 2 points, not 2 points, sorry, 1 point every time they make 2 excellent passes. They make 6 good passes in a game, so they're not 1 point, it's 2 points every time. They get like, I know, 10 points from it. Yeah, but Martinez is not in the World Cup app. That's the problem. Casemiro, man, he seems so good. Casemiro will start for Brazil. Casemiro will start. The mountain performs. But mate, anyone who touches Mount is losing their mind. Losing their mind. You know who I feel is going to return big is Pablo Dybala as well. Pablo Dybala. Alisson always starts for Brazil. Alisson always starts for Brazil. Every single time there's World Cup or every single time there's national games, Alisson will start over Edison for Brazil. Yeah, that's my opinion, no. But I feel like that's probably what's going to most likely happen. We'll go. I feel like getting Mbappe seems like a ridiculous decision, but uh, it's hard, man. I feel like Mbappe is going to do so well, and people are going to be more having their eyes on Messi and Ronaldo. It's going to turn into a more like greater World Cup squad, World Cup time, because people aren't going to be looking at those players. Messi, Neymar up top, man. I'm thinking that Mbappe, Cristiano Ronaldo combo is so sweet. I feel like those two are going to be. It's like Neymar looks great, but it's a hard call because Cristiano Ronaldo could be very good in the World Cup for Portugal. He normally is. 10 mils a bargain as well. You might as well bring in Neymar up front as well if you're going to do that. Might as well just do. To be honest, I'm thinking of going massive. I'm thinking of just going full blown Messi, Mbappe, Ronaldo, and just make it work. Like, what's the actual worst thing that's gonna happen if I do this? Like, I've still got 6 mil there, and then what? 4 mil, 4 mil, 4 mil, or 5 mil, 5 mil, 5 mil, or whatever. What I'm gonna do? Who's a great midfielder is, and then England's got great midfielders. I think will play. Ward Prowse should play, but then I say that he won't. Go Saka. I do like Foden though. Foden could be go cheap. If I just go all. Oh, there's players who are like 3 mil. Nice. Bring in like one 3 mil player on the bench. Frees up enough money to go like um the current team at the moment is I've got Courtois, Trippier, Militao, Cancelo, Diaz, Hazard, Casemiro, Saka, Mbappe, Messi, Ronaldo, Sommer, Dendonka, not Dendonka, Trossard. I've accidentally put Dendonka in. But I'm actually going to change that and I'm going to put in Phil, an England player. I feel I'm going to put Ward Prowse on the bench as a little punt. A little skin in my teeth. Hope it works. I was going to go a cheap bench, man. 4 mil and a 3 mil on the bench, man. Leave 1 point spare then. So I could maybe go Hazard out and someone big in. I feel like maybe don't have best 8 7.5 8. There is none. There is none. Can't be any that expensive, surely. No. Dumfries, Conde, Martinez, Van Dijk, Salo. But honestly, my main ones for me literally just be Cancelo, Ruben Diaz, Eder Militao, and Trippier. Those are my 4 at the back. Ward Prowse and others covering. So it's like, it's really going to depend on what you're after. But I've gone pretty. Try and just go Ronaldo, Messi, and Mbappe. It's a pretty big ballsy aim move to go for, I think, but Hazard select 2.8, you know, I've got a punt on Militao 7%. Back Saka's 9.2. Ronaldo's only 11.4% selected. That's why I think it'd be worth going for him. You have got that really high chance of ranks. I'm very, very good on it due to that. Oh, it's not letting me do so. Right, I'm gonna build my team in a bit. Ignore me for now. My team was quite good though. I'm gonna start my teammate though. Thing boys. Stats point. Let's have a look. What difference going on? We are going to decide we're doing a deadline stream tomorrow. I don't see why that's just. I don't know if that's come up always on the stream. I don't know. Just the love or not. I'm gonna make some emotes for the chat now. I've got the chance to. We'll make some FPL ones. Ireland or Salah or whatever on him. And we're just waiting on some stuff. Still can't believe last week. 69 minutes. The game wouldn't have crashed, you know, and actually let me switch back into Salah like I was going to. I would have had a lot more points. Why are you putting a loading sign, Fabio? I'm not actually. Not Fabio. Slay, why are you putting a loading sign? Thing's not froze, is it? Oh, okay. You're bloody making me lose my head. You're putting bloody weird ass emotes for no reason. Damn. Have you boys got any transfers you need to make, by the way? You got any transfers? Dad? I don't know who I'm starting goal. Costa. No, stop what? Yeah, I've already said that. Oh wait. In fact, it's not actually a bad idea starting Pope. It's just they could see more chance of conceding. Let's not go West Ham. I feel like Ward's just going to pay off more. Ward's probably going to pay off more, Fabio. Ward should pay off more, but Pope, he does offer a lot of save points. It's just Ward should get that clean. Pope, I don't really think he will. Chelsea aren't playing the best, but I don't feel like he's going to. I feel like Pope will concede in that Chelsea. Yeah, it's a hard decision. Ignore Slay anyway. Don't let Slay try and endorse you. You'll end up getting a bloody 1 point if Slay endorses them. No offense, Slay, but I'm being serious. Point actually. Should be nice actually, Fabio. I don't know why I haven't done that already to you actually. That seems a lot better. You're in all the time as well, so that's slightly better. Get access to all the weird modes as well, like Fabio does. uh, nah, I don't feel like it's slightly more, but it's a lot more likely that Wardhead scores Pope. Yeah. As I say, got endorsed decision. But I only too stolen to realise I should have made you one the other day to be fair, but you ended up dipping when I did Slay. But you ended up dipping when I was about to freaking do both of you, so I thought I might as well do it now. I needed 2 in there anyway, but no, we don't need no more now. Slay's in it every day anyway. If Slay's not in there, I just moan at him. We're good. Don't do anything stupid though. No, you won't anyway. Be on you. Don't show, honestly. You boys got any teams you want to stick in chat for your codes, and I can look at your teams? Look at some transfers you can make. Alright. Fabio's in me. I'm Fabio's only one I know is just like 4. Both of them. Possibly. Newcastle aren't making it up to do, but Wood should get it. They West Ham, yeah, West Ham. West Ham can't hit a barn door. I don't feel like they're great attacking. They can't score goals. Leicester look good. Don't feel like there's a lot that Leicester can do wrong right now. Madison's unlucky to not have more goals. But, one at a time, geez. See yours every bloody day, Slay, Jesus. I'll look at Fabio's and look at yours in a bit. I'll see your team every bloody day when you DM me it. 6.1 in the bank. What numpty are you, Fabio? Made your transfer flop to Perisic. You know what? I generally, just out of niceness, just to be honest with you, what I'd do. This is the only week I'm actually going to recommend you to take a hit. Run to Perisic's house. Right, Right, just do Saka. Do Saka to Salah for a hit. Do that, I think. That could pay off big. I'm probably going to triple Arsenal. Probably triple Arsenal, triple City, triple Newcastle, double Liverpool. Yeah, I convinced Slay somehow. Yeah, definitely. Definitely just didn't listen to logic that Darwin Nunes are going to get a bit peed off when he only gets 1 return and Jesus gets 2. Definitely. I better be right, you know, because I bought him in myself. No, don't do it. No, don't do it, Fabio. I was kidding, Fabio, before you actually do it. You don't, I'm joking. I was being a sarcastic to see how long it would take you to actually agree with me to do a hit for no reason. No, don't do a hit. Saka will play alright. It's not necessary. It's not really worth it either, to be fair. But honestly, I'm just showing you something. This could be a team. Nah, I don't actually do it. I'm just doing a draft of your team for your 3. James doesn't score, you can't captain Hart. No. James doesn't score. The deal was I had to bench Haaland one of the weeks of my decision through the year. I can't do it when he's injured, but I have to bench him at some point. But it'll be my decision when I bench him. I can't do it if he's injured. If he's injured and it shows on FPL he's injured, then I can't do it. But if I find out he's benched and he's not actually shown an injury on FPL, then I'm allowed to bench him that week. Yeah, Fabio actually needed it at low. Nah, I was kidding, Fabio. It could be a good move, but I just feel like Saka could pay off as well. If it was Martinelli to Salah, it'd be more appealing. I'll bench him one of the weeks for the year instead of just not captain him. I'll probably bench him one. I suppose I could tolerate not captain him one. I'll just do it when he's got bloody Man United or something. They score an hat trick. Worry about. And I told Fabio I am not agreeing to that because that's going to screw my whole season up. And I'm not agreeing to that bullcrap. Because I know full fact Argentina are probably going to win it. So I'm not gonna sit here and agree to something, Fabio, when I know I'm gonna lose. If you were saying, "Oh, Brazil win the World Cup," then I'd be like, "Oh, yeah, sure." I know it ain't gonna. And there's no way in hell I'd play Maguire in my team ever. Don't follow my every move. I just give you advice, Slade. You choose to follow my move. You can do what the hell you want with your team. If Fabio would have been listening to me like the last bloody 5 weeks, as I've been telling him not to take flipping a -8 every week, then he'd be fine. But he's still been taking those -8, even though I told him not to. So it's still your decision. Quite frankly, I'm not really bothered and don't really care. I just give you the best advice I can. You either take it or you listen or you don't. You make your decisions. That's fine. You know, if you think I'm wrong about a move and you just say, okay, Joe, I think you're wrong, then fair enough. I'm not going to get rid of this player. I'm going to keep him, or I'm going to get rid of this player for someone. Like, I thought for me, Foden was great. And you went, okay, Joe, I'm going to take Foden out. I'm bringing Almer on. I went, okay, yeah, fair enough. See how it goes out. And it worked off again. Obviously, I've had Almer on in, so I knew he played good. What I'm saying is, it's not always a case of just listening to me. It's more if I'm coming out with facts, more points, shall I just give you the best facts of who's going to perform. I'm not. It's football. I can't predict the miracles, but I'll just give you the best stats. Too. Fabio's a donut because Fabio's took over like 130-point hit this season. But that's only because he's new, so we won't give him too much stick about it. Saliba. Saliba, 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 Saliba. An FPL one. That's why I followed you. Yeah, you'll get the understanding after talking with me for like an hour. You get basically the full blown because I don't stop talking. But that's one of those. Those can't do much about that. Good thing anyway. Besides, anyway, bloody Slay, you can't tell me one bit of advice I've given you is not paid off. You've gone up like an extra 60 odd points. All you've done is been climbing. I don't think you've had one red arrow, have you? I think you might have had one red arrow, where I had a red arrow as well. Then we're just like greens now. We're going back up though. Nice, slow little climb. You know, an extra 6 points a week on people. Slowly building it up. Turns into an 80-point lead. You've caught up those 70 odd 80 points, and then you start getting ahead. It's a slow game, not a sprint. Marathon. Yeah, you were talking about the triple captain. Fabio found about me when I first started doing videos the first couple of weeks. I gave you advice because I was predicting that double game weeks normally around between game week 23 to game week 28. Going to Trossard to Rashford Bernardo before Wilson to Jesus be viable. No, logically, Bowen blanks, but the way I see it is when you're taking a -4, taking a -4 from Bowen to, let's say, Trossard, Rashford, or Bernardo. The move I'd be making is Trossard. So the way I see it is you've took a -2. Trossard's going to get 2. Bowen would have got 2. But logically, in my opinion, you're taking a -2. That player's going to get 2 points, okay? So he's going to get 2 points, so you've took a -2. Then Trossard obviously is going to make up an assist or a goal, I reckon, in that game. Minimum a goal, yeah, bonus. So there's your points back. And then the other move, I'd be going Jesus. Jesus should return very well against Wolves. So those is what I'd be doing, and I think, yes, it's a viable move and a great move. So yes, Hugo, I think that's a great move, mate. Then we go, would say we play bench boost when everyone triple captains Haaland just in case. Well, no. First game week, he just triple capped Haaland. That's it. Yeah, all good, Fabio, mate. Have a great one. I'll see you tomorrow morning. I'll be streaming between 9 and 10 o'clock. I'll be starting the stream. Between then, most likely it'll be an early one. We will finish, obviously, deadline as usual. The other stream on the weekend was great. We did a bloody. I think it was we did. What did we do? Slay. We did a 4-hour stream, didn't we? Yeah, we did a 4-hour stream. I think. Slay was here for all of that, apart from like half an hour when he was sorting out his phone. It's going to be a double game week between game week 20 and game week 20. Oh, good, here we go. What I am going to say is, boys, there's been rumours about how there's going to be a triple week, the first time ever. Because they're going to squeeze all these fixtures in with the Queen passing and all these games have missed. Apparently, there was supposed to be games where City, United, Liverpool, and Crystal Palace and Brighton all play 2 midweek fixtures and a fixture on the weekend. So they're going to play 3 games in 1 week, which will be a triple week for those teams. And apparently that's happening. So if that does happen, and we have the first of a triple game week, that's going to be interesting whether you're for Salah or Haaland. It's going to be a very big dilemma that week. I might be edging towards Salah. It's a good Liverpool fixture run. I've got to go really big, really outside the box in my triple captain. Try and get the most points I can. Capitalise on these people who've used it. That's the main goal, just capitalise on these people who've used it. Be patient, wait, and you catch up like 80 points of triple captain 1 week. Triple captain Trossard, mate. I ain't triple captain Trossard. Mental. I ain't even got Trossard in my team after game week 17. I haven't got him before either. And I wish I did have him the past 3 weeks instead of Foden, to be fairness, and not transferred him out like a numpty. But it's cost me like 20 points down the line. Could I have been in a lot better situation? Yes. Would have had more money? Yeah. Would have been able to get maybe another City defender or something? Yeah. You know, maybe Alvarez, bunging date down the line the week where Haaland was benched. There's a load of things I could have done. Do I regret the decisions I made? No, because I made the best decisions at the time. And if they don't pay off, they don't pay off. That's just FPL. Take a risk with every transfer you make. Whether it's a good one and it's the best one that everyone else is doing, it could still not pay off. So I try not to go so template. I try to think a bit more out of the box. And Salah, going Salah this year is actually not template one bit. Because everyone's been going KDB. So I feel it's a little bit different. And when Salah does bag, it feels so sweet for me because my rank goes through the... It's such a nice feeling when you see Salah bag. And I'm excited to see how this team performs. I feel like Almiron's due another 10-point haul. Doesn't disappoint every week, you know, he's always on it. Yeah, 6 mil man for the World Cup. And in the fantasy is 6.5, isn't he? Or is he 6 mil in fantasy? Yeah, Alvarez is dirt. Very good though. Like, he's quite good. He does cock up a lot of stupid shots though. I feel like City without Haaland, Haaland carries that team. Haaland, Foden, De Bruyne carry that team, but mainly Haaland. Like, when you've been watching City play without Haaland, you've noticed it's been a completely different team. You know, to beat Fulham only 2-1. Just get that win. The Haaland scoring. We come on the last 20 minutes, they were phenomenal. But like, without Haaland, if Haaland would have started that game, you would have found City would have walked that Fulham game 4-0. Easily. Easily walked it. Just without Haaland, they're a total different side. Totally. And you can see it in the side, how they're missing Sterling. You know, if Haaland's not playing, they're screwed. Foden not playing didn't help the team one bit. Grealish can't do crap at the moment. It's not like the City team are actually as good as people are trying to say they are this year. People just say, oh, City will win the league again. I don't think that's the case. From what I'm telling, it's going to be between Newcastle and Arsenal. I feel you're going to find Newcastle going to be real title contenders this year. And I wouldn't be surprised if Newcastle pull wins against City and easily pull a win against Arsenal. I reckon they can easily beat Arsenal. I reckon they can easily possibly beat City. I feel like Newcastle are going to really surprise people. I feel like that Almiron moves... I know I made it obviously before everyone else made it. Before there was like 2 mil, so I got like 12 points above everyone, but it's such a good thing. If Wilson doesn't start, then Andreas will just come on for me. That's it, against my home team. It's one of those. For me, Wilson's fine. Wilson starts. I'm just too lazy to move the owner's thing off him. But as far as I'm aware, he was good. The ball, but he can't even assist or score. He can't assist or score. It's not so much he can't do it. He can get those goals and assists. It's the way Pep's playing him. If Pep was playing Grealish more attacking and letting Grealish play more attacking, you know, play more up, like the kind of player Grealish is, Grealish would be getting those goals and assists. Due to the way Pep's playing him, the way he's being told to play, he's not getting those goals and not getting those assists as option. He's trying to just get Grealish to more play the ball into like Foden's, De Bruyne's and Bernardo's, play the ball around the mid instead of just going for shots crosses, and assists. He's trying to get it to pass the ball around more, which is affecting the way Grealish is getting goal potentials and his assist potentials because he's not getting those opportunities. Instead, he's just playing it to the others who will get the assists. If that makes sense. More like a diamond formation, which is great. I understand it's the way Pep plays. Just don't understand some of the decisions Pep makes. And it tortures my mind when I see players who should be playing on that City side not playing. And that's the problem. City's just got too many good players, so you can't actually predict who's going to start apart from Haaland and De Bruyne. Definitely Cancelo. Like, other than that, it's not really predictable of who's going to be in that City side. It's so hard to judge. Really, 1 week, Foden the next, but Mara's in. It's ridiculously hard to judge. Bernardo's the only one really I see consistently in with De Bruyne every single week in that midfield. That's only because Pep absolutely loves Bernardo Silva. And I feel like there's probably someone I might go for instead of Foden on my team next because he's such a good player. Bags assists, gets in those positions he should be getting in, he's a great formal player at the moment in time. And he's someone I will be looking to probably bring in. And I was going to bring him in ages ago when he was on about that move to Barcelona. I didn't bring him in, and then he was just performing in and out each week. I kind of wish I did. One of those. For you, Slay, I'd be vice captain and Cameron. Vice captain Arena. Assist, but he's others. I feel like Zaha, yeah, could be a good vice captain. Just it's hard. Zaha's hit or miss, but performed very well against Forest. Forest though, that 2-0 win against Tottenham. Considering Tottenham was playing Kane, Perisic, all their good players. Forest from away that 2-0 win. I remember when to watch that game too, obviously. That was a banging, great game. So it's very hard to judge right now. For me, hold up. The logical pick seems the vice captain Jesus in my. But Haaland will start, so there's not really much to worry about on vice cap. So maybe vice captain Jesus. That's probably my pick. Or De Bruyne, it's up to you. That could be a very good punt though if Haaland doesn't start as captain. So if Haaland doesn't start, you could just whack the armband on Zaha. Man, he could really perform. Just real 50-50 case here. Maybe 60-40 actually in Zaha's favour. But it's hard. I don't want to just give you like a load of false information because I just feel it's a hard decision to judge. But I feel like Jesus would probably be the better vice captain in my eyes. The reason I'm vice captain Salah because he's picking up a bit and that Southampton fixture looks great. Good vice captain De Bruyne though. It's up to you. Whether you want to play safe and vice captain KDB or go real risky vice captain Jesus and he performs like a hat trick or something. Which I reckon is going to get more than a goal. I reckon Jesus is getting a goal and an assist plus bonus points. I reckon it's going to be a big haul for Jesus this week. A big 15 pointer when everyone's transferring him out. Because you have a massive haul. You watch the cycle every single week with FPL. There's people are transfer Foden out this week, 400,000 or whatever, and they'll start now and score. It happens all the time, and people need you to come back in the week after, obviously on the limit transfer, sent to blank and stuff. There's so many knee jerks every single time, and it annoys the heck out of me so much when you see all these knee jerks. I just feel there's no real need for these knee jerks. People bringing Salah in after he's had that good week. Then obviously you'll have one bad week and people will bring him out again and then they'll bring him back in when he has a good week. Slay knows I've been going on about this for like the past 6 weeks. How people will bring in Salah, we'll have a good week, then he'll have a bad week for like 2 weeks and people drop him and then he'll have an amazing week again. It's annoying for those people because I feel dumb. I feel like everyone just makes rash decisions. Like I had Tony where he blanked for 2 weeks and then got a hat trick. Then make up those points. Mean much unless your captain is out. Yeah, vice captain doesn't mean much unless your captain is out. Really. Haaland won't be out this week, I don't think, but I'd still vice captain Jesus. My opinion. You could vice captain Zaha, though it doesn't really matter. I don't really care. For me, to be fair, so I'm just vice captain Salah. That's what would happen. If Haaland was benched, then obviously I really would want Salah as my captain. Haaland's obviously starting, then I'm not really. I can whack it on. Alabama won't really bother me. I still think most of the start. We got a football match Tuesday as well, boys, by the way. The football match. Starting up front. I scored a hat-trick the other week on the game. Vice captain doesn't mean what though. I think, to be honest, boys, we've talked through what we've talked. We have got to get off now, boys. We're going to get off and we're going to go eat, chill out for a bit. So, thank you everyone for stopping by. Amazing that we have reached that 130 sub goal today as well. That's an absolutely phenomenal goal to reach. Thanks once again for coming in, Slate. Thank you, Hugo. Thanks, Fabio, and thanks everyone else who's joined. I hope you all have an amazing day. We will be live from between 9 and 10 in the morning tomorrow UK, and we will finish around 11. We always get leaks on football teams and ticks at 10:45 on Instagram. Boys, if you're not here, so you can check that out anyway. Yeah, I'll see you boys tomorrow. Have a great one.